You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
The road to MAC glory runs through the John E. Worthen Arena. It's chirp or treat night at Ball State, fitting for an Ohio team with tricks up their sleeve. They came to Muncie riding the high of 5 straight victories, that is, until they ran out of gas in a reverse sweep last night. It's hard to blame them considering their spooky opponent. Kelly Miller-Phillips and her flock are on a revenge tour. They've marched through their MAC adversaries, yet to lose a game with dominance not seen since General Sherman. Winning isn't just a hope here, it's an expectation. The Bobcats are playing with house money as conference games draw thin, but the Cardinals have only one goal: take the MAC back. Welcome into SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. I'm Dylan Budd. To my left is Sam Klug. Partner, it's been a demolition derby since conference play began for the Cardinals, but as we saw last night, we certainly can't rule Ohio out.
We can't rule them out, indeed, and Ohio is a team that pretty much beat the brakes off Ball State in those first 2 sets, and even when it was all said and done, they finished higher than the Cardinals in pretty much every offensive category. They out-hit the Cardinals 231 to 199 and had more kills in total attacks. They even finished with more points than the Cardinals, even though they fell to the reverse sweep. So this is a team that, if they get going for 3 out of the 5 sets, we could see the biggest upset in the MAC so far this season.
The most peculiar aspect of this game will be at the service line. Ohio has been excellent in starting rallies. Ball State stifling in their serve-receive defense.
They have. I mean, Ohio's 3rd in the MAC in total service aces at with 86 on the year so far. The Cardinals are pretty much the total opposite. They allow the 2nd least service aces in the MAC with just under 1%, but they only get about 1 and just under a half themselves. So it's going to be interesting when Ohio has the honor of serving and beginning the rally. It's going to be up to them, whoever is serving for them, and that back row of the Cardinals, including their liberos like Sophie Ledbetter and some of their setters like Lindsey Green and Reese Axness.
Oftentimes in the MAC, the first season for a head coach is about establishing team culture. Interim head coach has this squad, Kenzie Brinkman, has this squad at 5-5, and if the season ended today, they'd have the final spot in the MAC tournament. Their team is establishing a culture right now, but for Ball State, it's a very different attitude on their side of the net.
Indeed, it is. I mean, as an interim head coach being 5-5 in the MAC, that's a pretty good start. But she also inherited a team that didn't have the year they wanted to last year. They were 10-8, 7th in the conference overall. They missed the MAC tournament, something you never want to do, as it doesn't give you a chance to make the national tournament. But Kenzie Brinkman has been with this program since 2022. She's no stranger to Athens, Ohio, and MAC volleyball. So no surprise they've won a good amount of conference games so far this season. Now for the Cardinals, Kenzie Miller-Phillips, if you know MAC volleyball and the Muncie area or community, she's a name that obviously rings a bell. 2-time MAC champion. She's also a 2-time MAC Coach of the Year. 2021, they won the tournament. 22, they won the regular season. She's a name that, again, no stranger to the other coaches in the MAC. And as she's been here for quite some time now, and you need to make history at a program like Ball State, and there's a chance they do that today, especially with their conference record.
Looking at both teams' schedules, one word comes to mind: streaky. Ball State has won 10 straight games. Ohio came with 5 straight games before they lost last night. And even before that, 11 straight games they lost. Momentum is a very powerful thing, especially in Mid-American Conference volleyball, seen here by both teams.
Indeed it is, and you even look to last night. Ohio won the first 2 sets completely in their favor. Then the Cardinals clawed back, slowly but surely gained all that momentum and completed the reverse sweep. And again, I want to touch on, Ohio also lost the first 4 MAC games. I mean, you're 0-4, thinking you're down in the dumps. No way you're going to make a MAC tournament. And then you win 5 straight. Now they're back to 500. Momentum's going to be key in this game, whether that's in the game as a whole or within each set.
Let's take a look at impact players. For the Ohio Bobcats, which one of the visitors will have to have a big game today?
It has to be Bailey Blair. She's probably the leader for MAC Freshman of the Year. I mean, she comes into today with 247 kills on the year and just under 3 per set. She's someone that played awesome last night as well. 14 kills through all 5 sets. And in order to get it done today, they need her to show up big time, especially versus this middle defense for the Cardinals that's just been outstanding all year round.
Similarly, for the home team Cardinals that just ran out of the tunnel, which one of their players are in dire need of a big game?
Well, it's actually someone who didn't really show up last night in Carson Tyler. The Cardinals kind of learned last night they can win without her. It is possible. But if they want to get it done versus a scary Ohio team that almost had their number last night, she needs to show up in a way on the stat sheet. You know she impacted the game. She only hit about 9.5 yesterday, something season low for her and something you rarely see from a player like Carson Tyler, probably leading for MAC Player of the Year. So if they got to get it done tonight, she is someone that needs to show up in all facets, whether it's on offense or defense.
Tyler leads the MAC in kills and kills per set, second in the nation in total kills. We're bound for fireworks today, but we'll take a short break as game time is set for 4.5 minutes away. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to like our conditioning, like our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. This is Jaron Matheny with Summit City Sports and Indiana Tech Athletics, a proud SportsLink alum. Go Cards!
Welcome back to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. And as that clock ticks closer and closer to game time, we've got a few games going on in the Mid-American Conference. Today at 4, the Red Hawks of Miami, Ohio will travel to Toledo for Game 2 between the two of them. Miami beat Toledo last night. Miami is 5-5, similar to the Bobcats, standing at 6th in the conference. Toledo holding that second spot still, but Western Michigan right on their heels for that second spot. Ball State with their 10-0 record, obviously at the top of the conference. Also, the Huskies of Northern Illinois traveled to Akron to face the Zips in Game 2. NIU standing at 3-7 and 9th in the conference. Akron at 10th, also 3-7. The winner will advance up to that 8th spot right there with Buffalo. But Sam, looking at this conference, there's a lot going on in the middle of the pack. So many teams are just a game away from 500, and so many squads, as we're right past the halfway point in the season, are fighting for those last spots in the MAC tournament.
Yeah, something that jumps out to me is Bowling Green, currently in 3rd place at 6-4 in the MAC. This is the team that was picked to win the MAC regular season and tournament title. Ball State was in that 2nd spot. They did get a few first place votes. But man, if we compare the current standings to the preseason rankings by the coaches, which I know a lot of coaches say don't matter, it's a lot more different than you would assume. Bowling Green being the one that jumps out, and just the sheer amount of success the Cardinals have had so far this season is astounding.
Bowling Green was first in the preseason poll, as you mentioned, standing at 4th right now. Ball State 2nd in the preseason poll. They sit alone at the top of the conference with 0 losses to their name. They've beaten the 2, 3, 4 of Toledo, Western Michigan, and Bowling Green, but ahead they have the 5th-ranked Central Michigan amongst other opponents. Our clock on the scoreboard is about to reach 0 as starters will be announced and the national anthem will play. We're going to take a short break as those are announced. You are listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to like our conditioning, like our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to like our conditioning, like our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
As the intro plays in Worthen Arena, the starting lineups are being announced for either side. But before those are announced, let's take a look at Ball State football. Currently, Northern Illinois has the ball in a 7-0 Husky advantage in the first quarter. Sam, this is the last time the Bronze Stalk Trophy is on the line for either squad as NIU moves to the Mountain West after this season.
Yeah, they could play in the future in some non-conference matchup, but it won't be the same. Like you said, when you're in separate conferences, it doesn't have the same feel. Part about rivalries is being in the same conference, and if I'm a Ball State fan, I'm really hoping they can keep that stock in Muncie for the time being.
It's a fun game that jumps out on the page going on in DeKalb right now, but serve orders are being announced for the Ball State Cardinals. But before that, let's take a look at the Ohio Bobcats. Starting off is Gentry Brown, the junior outside hitter. After that will be Maddie Long, who has 27 service aces, third in the MAC at that statistic. Then is Emily Waddell, 22 service aces to her name. She has been excellent middle blocking as a junior at 6 foot even. After that is Bryn Yonke, the setter, 24 service aces, is fourth in the MAC, again showing just how excellent they've been from the serve. Sierra Evans getting some time today as one of the outside hitters, and then our star and impact player, Bailey Blair, will close the show. When we look at this Ball State offense, though, Sam, what are you seeing in this rotation?
I'm just seeing, well, first off, we have Lindsey Green, the junior out of Loveland, Ohio, playing against her state school, which should be pretty interesting. Number 10, Noelle Van Oort. Number 11, Tiffany Snook. And then an interesting start for the Cardinals. Number 13, Gwen Krull getting the nod. She has 19 starts to this point. Number 17, Cam Wise, no surprise there. And obviously, probably the front runner for MAC Player of the Year, number 20, Carson Tyler. Interesting enough for going back to the Bobcats, they have 2 freshmen in the starting lineup in Maddie Long and Bailey Blair. For the Cardinals, no freshmen. It's all upperclassmen or sophomores.
Looking at the liberos on either side for the visiting Bobcats, it's the 5'4" junior Kendall Hickey getting the nod. As for Ball State, number 12 in red, Sophie Ledbetter gets the nod. She's been excellent on defense, 4th most digs per set in the MAC. We're just about to get underway here from Worthen Arena. A little bit of shuffling going around. It looks like the first serve will come off the arm of Bailey Blair.
Yeah, the standout freshman gonna get the honor. They do that little substitution at the beginning as Tiffany Snook listed as a starter. She runs off, or excuse me, I should say Gwen Krull, and in comes Sophie Ledbetter. They do that little change at the beginning. It's probably a volleyball thing, but Lindsey Green gets the honor of first serve.
Some musical chairs going on. We thought Blair had the nod. It'll be Lindsey Green to get us underway. She's been the top of the serving order for Ball State all year. A number of service aces, 28 leader between both teams. She's been excellent. Her serve goes over, and we're underway just over the top of the net. The first attack will come off the arm of Maddie Long. Lands home, point, Ohio.
Quick attack there. They wasted no time getting involved, and that's the kind of start you want to see from Ohio, who really struggled to string together attacks last night.
Long now gets the reward of serving. She serves from the far right side. Van Oort's dig goes over the net. Now to the other side, Waddell had the attack. Returned by Ball State. Now up the middle, it was Sierra Evans. Carson Tyler unable to corral it. It's now 2-0, early lead for Ohio.
Sierra Evans not going to be someone who gets double-digit kills every game, but she comes into today with double-digit attacks in the last 5 games.
Another serve from Long, collected by Tyler. Tyler gets the attack. It goes off the arm of the libero Hickey. Ball State responds.
Great getting Tyler involved early. Again, she did have double-digit kills yesterday with 11, but only hit 9.5 yesterday. Not great, but today, good start.
1 attack, 1 kill as her serve has just a little too much. Lands on the black of the Terraflex court. Ohio gets to serve once more. This time it'll be the libero Hickey. Ledbetter gets the dig. Green comes over. Carson Tyler again falls out of bounds, untouched by a Bobcat. Ohio leads 4-1 early on.
Not a great start for the Cardinals, and again, Tyler needs to get into a little bit better of a rhythm. 2 errors so far.
Bobcats are in the green uniforms, white numbers, white lettering, black trim. The Cardinals in their white, black numbers, red lettering. An attack from Tiffany Snook sails out of bounds. Hickey will serve once more from the near right side. Hickey's serve is knuckleballed over, but falls out of bounds. Cardinals will serve once more. This time it'll be Ledbetter, the libero.
Shocking there from the Ohio Bobcats. As we talked in the pregame show, a team that's really good from the service line.
Ledbetter's serve. Hickey the bump on the second touch. Trying to fight to get it over the net. Won't work. Brown's touch makes it 4. It's now 3-5 Bobcat advantage. Cardinal chaos making their presence known. 3 rows filled by screaming students. Service ace for Ledbetter as Maddie Long has a reception error. That's Long's 14th reception error on the year. She's really struggled to corral those serves. Ledbetter gets to go again. Now the slide action up the middle to Waddell falls out of bounds. Just like that, we are back at 5-5. It's a 0-0 ball game, now a race to 20, Sam.
Indeed we do.
Ledbetter's serve, fastball that barely goes over the net. The attack there from Brown, touched by some Cardinals, goes out of bounds. Bobcats take the lead again.
That middle section with Van Ort and Snook, or Krull I should say, got up there quickly, but just went off the wrong part of the arm and out of bounds. They had a chance at getting what Ball State calls the monster block, but it was not to be.
Now coming in is Lexi Grissett. She's come in as a serve specialist, has 12 service aces to her name. Ledbetter to Green to Snook on the right side. Lands home on Bobcats' side. Cardinals score, and we're tied up again.
Similar play right there. Ohio got to the net and kind of had a joust up there at the top of the net, but went off the wrong part of the hand, quickly out of bounds. Cardinals get the point.
Reese Axness came in for Tiffany Snook. She's been part of a rotation at that setter position with Lindsey Green. They've won setter pair of the week multiple times. Kroll and Whitlock contributing to the first monster block of the game. Fitting for Chirper Treat Night, Sam. We've got a bunch of people in costume.
Indeed we do, and that's the first Cardinal lead of the night. 7-6 now.
Serving again is Axness from the near right side. Knuckleball it over is Brown. Attack has to be just over by Olivia Gardner. Carson Tyler responds with the left, won't go. The setup from Grissett. The cross attack from Gardner won't low. Tyler has to be free-balled over by Noelle Van Ort. Grissett now to the other side, slammed home by Gentry Brown.
That ball had some heat on it. And man, she came right from the right side, attacked with her full force. No way the Cardinals were digging that one out.
9 kills, 14 digs yesterday for Gentry Brown, almost a double-double. Now serving is the aforementioned outside hitter. Slide action to Krull, the first one of the game. Noelle Van Ort tries to respond and get it over. We see Brown again. Diving is Carson Tyler. Green. Van Ort can't get it. Some sticky situation, discombobulation on the Cardinal side. Is now 8-7 Bobcat advantage. Ohio's lead once more. Ledbetter has to get it to Tyler, who free balls it over. Hickey, Grissett, Kildow. Looked like a violation, and Ball State has tied it up again. Already a close one in set one, Sam.
Indeed we have. We're going back and forth, much different than yesterday when Ohio pretty much just beat the brakes off Ball State in that first set.
Now it's Noelle Van Ort from the near left side, recovered by Hickey. The attack from Kildow goes out of bounds, just a little too much on it, and the Cardinals have their second lead of the game. It's now 9-8, and Van Ort will serve once more.
Yeah, Ohio had a great chance to get a kill there. Just a little too much on that spike, and Cardinals know not to touch it.
Hickey had to make a diving stop. The attack there from Kildow, unable to be corralled by any Cardinal, and we're tied up again. It's 9-9 in the first set. Waddell will serve from the far right side. Ledbetter has to make a diving corral. Van Ort bumped to Tyler, who sails it way over the head of any Bobcat. Sam, that one went into next week.
Yeah, that just kind of caught the wrong part of the hand, went off the fingertips a little bit. Almost looked like it got tipped, but Ohio knew they did not, and they get the point.
Lack of coordination from these Cardinals so far. Tyler, Axness, Krull up the middle. Attack there from Kildow. Axness, Krull again. This time Carson Tyler slams it home, but it's dug up by Gentry Brown. Kildow the attack. Van Ort, Axness, Tyler. Recovered by the Bobcats. Now we cross it to Gardner. Ledbetter saves it. Van Ort just has to free ball it over. Gardner again, Axness the save. Tyler. Van Ort back row attack. Longest rally of the game so far. Grissett to Evans up the middle. Pancake by Tyler, but they call it a Bobcat score. Game of inches as we're already seeing Bobcats lead by 2, 11-9 in set one.
Insane defense right there by the Ohio Bobcats. The Cardinals pretty much threw everything their offense has to offer at them, and they still were able to get the point.
Diving save by Ledbetter on the serve. Van Ort just has to attack from the back row. Now the attack will be to Kildow. It'll hit the pole, and Ball State gets to serve again. Now it's Gwen Krull. She was excellent yesterday, Sam. 11 kills, hitting at a 47.6% clip, adding to her 33.4% clip on the season, 4th in the conference. Also had 3 digs and 2 blocks. She's been great as of late.
13 points overall. What more can you ask for?
Krull has to respond and go over her head, but Tyler will get it. Hickey, easy recovery. Now we go to Gardner on the opposite side. Axness the set. Tyler against 2, hits 2 Bobcats and goes out of bounds. 11-11, we are knotted up once more.
Tyler finally getting some points to her name. You see a lot of times teams don't have an answer for her, but kind of so far, Ohio has had an answer for her.
Krull serves from the near left side. Attack from Kildow, double block, but to no avail. Falls on the far end of the Terraflex. Ohio has the lead at 12-11.
You haven't really seen Ball State hold a lead more than 1 point. Ohio continues to kind of regain the lead, lose it, regain the lead, lose it. They seem a little bit more in control.
Now checking in is Bryn Yonke. Her 24 service aces are 4th in the Mid-American Conference. But that one falls out of bounds. Ball State gets the serve once more. It's her 23rd service error, and we're back to the top of the order. Lindsey Green will serve from the near right side.
Green has those 2 Coast Setter of the Week with Reese Axness.
Tyler tried to block the attack. Slide action to Blair, but cross-court, excellent core strength to be able to rotate like that was Bailey Blair. Maddie Long will serve once more. She's been great as a freshman. Comes from Vincent, Ohio, about 42 minutes east, but that falls into the lattice, and we're tied up at 13.
That's her 49th service error of the year. She's been someone who's kind of struggled from the service line for the Bobcats.
Carson Tyler serves. She had 3 service aces yesterday, Sam. Attack from Blair is just stuffed by Noelle Van Oort.
She had some energy after that one. She seemed pumped that she was able to get that block down. Cardinals finally get the lead again.
Well done by Noelle Van Oort, the graduate. This time they go opposite side, recovered by the Cardinals. That was Long on the attack. Cam Weiss with the cross-action kill. It's 15-13, the most dominant Cardinals lead we've seen at just 2. We're going to go to media timeout here for our friends at ESPN, but we'll take a short break as these 2 teams talk it over. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
You're listening to Ball State Volleyball, streaming live with SportsLink Digital.
Now back to the arena.
That's right. Welcome back to Worthen Arena. It's 15-13 Cardinal advantage, but turning over to football. We don't have a digital panel over there in DeKalb, but our Cardinals just scored a touchdown to knot it up at 7-7 with 13.5 minutes left to go in the half. Today is Chirp or Treat at Worthen Arena, so multiple athletes from different teams are around the concourse of Worthen handing out candy to kids, generally in some sort of themed costume. We've seen all sorts of kids and students in different costumes. Because it's Halloween night, these costumes are encouraged, and man, it's been a lot of fun.
We've seen some good costumes as well. The men's volleyball, we got a Teletubby, we got some Minions costumes. It's awesome.
Patrick Rogers is taking the role of Gru from Despicable Me. Carson Tyler's serve response from Blair as Tyler gets the dig, but Evans slams it home up the middle.
Great response right there, as this is the largest deficit Ohio has faced so far, currently down 16-14. And out of that timeout, the Cardinals got the first one. So good response from an Ohio team that doesn't want to lose this first set.
Hickey will serve from the near right side. Tyler has to slide and recover. Now it's Van Ort who slams it home, but Hickey recovers it. Long, high ball almost hit the Jumbotron, just has to be free balled over by Blair. Green to Tiffany Snook taking the role of outside hitter. That'll work, lands home for the Memphis transfer.
Yes, Snook listed as a middle hitter, which she is playing, but she's currently actually standing on the outside, so taking that outside hitter role, important position.
It's clear the Cardinals are going for height as Lindsey Green makes the save. Tyler just has to set it over. Attack from Kildow is touched by Kroll and Snook, but goes out of bounds with no other attempt. It'll be 17-15 Cardinal advantage. Now checking in to serve again is Lexi Grissett.
Yes, someone who's only played 37 sets this year. She does have 12 service aces, so something to be on the lookout for.
All of these Bobcats dangerous from the service line, as we mentioned in pregame. Van Ort the response, but Hickey recovers. Then she has to just bump it over. Snook, Green, Snook again just tries to tap it, won't go. This time it's another tap from Gentry Brown. Looked like it got tipped by Snook, and then a double hit was called. Now it's 17-16. Ohio has a chance to get this game tied back again. Just a top around the net as Van Ort's dig falls over the net. Gardner gets the kill this time off the hands of Noelle Van Ort. It's good to see her back. Yesterday was her most recent game since Buffalo on October 4th. So nursing an injury, good to see her back out on the floor. Green the set. Carson Tyler the bump. Falls out of bounds. Now Bobcat lead 18-17.
Yeah, they seem to always have an answer for Carson Tyler over there. She likes to attack from that left side corner to the right end of Ohio, but last two times it's been dug out or it's gone out of bounds.
Grissett gets to serve once more. The attack from Snook recovered by Grissett. Now Gardner again, stuffed by Van Ort and Crow. Monster block on Chirper Treat Night, puts it at 18-18.
Yeah, Ball State constantly going with that middle block with two players. Usually it's either Noelle Van Ort, Tiffany Snook, or Gwen Kroll up there. I couldn't quite see who the other one was, but again, great block up front. They've gotten a couple of those now.
Reese Axness comes in and serves for Green. Riley Whitlock will take the place of Tiffany Snook as the attack from Gentry Brown goes off the hands of a Cardinal and out of bounds. It's 19-18 Bobcat advantage.
Ohio has gotten a couple points where they sent it long and there's no Cardinal at the end line to receive it. A couple of points the Cardinals have lost because of those errors.
Now Brown gets the reward of serving. Van Ort's response, Hickey with yet another dig on the graduate. Just tapped over by Kildow. Axness to Kroll up the middle. Hickey with another dig. Kroll stuffs it on her own against Emily Waddell. Now the attack goes to Tori Kildow and finally lands. It's 20-18 Bobcat advantage.
We're going to get a timeout from Kelly Miller Phillips. Her squad now down to 2 whole points, and the Bobcats have really gone on a streak here. They were down 16-14 since that point. They're on a 6-2 run. Definitely something to watch out for. Only 5 points away from getting that first set win.
Sam, it should be noted that yesterday was the first time in conference play that Ball State has lost the first set. They have a tendency to come out swinging. Unable to do it in the first set yesterday, maybe able to come back today, but as we saw yesterday, it ended up being a reverse sweep. Their backs were against the wall for 3 whole sets. 65 total points there that they had to battle back to. But looking at our stats here, Gentry Brown and Tori Kildow lead the way with 4 kills a pop, followed by Sierra Evans with 3. The Cardinals, inefficient from the attacking line, just 3.8% as a team, landing home. Only 5 kills, 2 from Snook, 2 from Tyler, and 1 from Cam Weiss. The fact that it's this close with such low kill numbers goes to show how good this Cardinals team is, not on the stat sheet.
Yeah, that's right. And you look at Ohio, attacks 34. Ball State only has 26, yet the Cardinals are only down 2. The Ball State defense has really been able to stifle a lot of these open chances and attacks that Ohio has gotten so far.
Kendall Hickey already has 4 digs, many of them coming off of Van Ort attacks. She had 18 yesterday. In her career against Ball State, she has 37 in her 2 games. But we're back from timeout. Gentry Brown will get the honors of serving from the near right side. Tyler to Axness. Riley Whitlock gets the attack, and that'll land. The Cardinals just trying to get anything going as 18 makes it 19.
Huge start right there after the timeout as Elizabeth Tabling checks in to serve. But again, now you're only down 1, 6 points away from your set win. This is an important set, including what happened last night for the Cardinals.
Tabling, the Kentucky native, had 3 reception errors, maybe why she didn't get the start today, but attack there from Olivia Gardner goes away from the arm of Carson Tyler and into the Terraflex. It's 21-19, and the Bobcats 4 points away from taking the first set again. Now serving is Waddell. Ledbetter, Axness, other side, Whitlock again, recovered by the Bobcats. Gardner once more hits the arm of Tyler and goes off the pole. We're at 22-19 Bobcats.
Looked like Tyler was up there with, I believe it was Gwen Krall, but just again hit the wrong side of the arm, goes out of bounds.
Cardinals have just been sluggish and look stunned, but Carson Tyler gets something going there.
Finally got a kill down from that left to right attack for Carson Tyler. She's been struggling from that zone. Was able to get that one to fly out of bounds, and it's 22-20.
Visitors are 3 points away from a set 1 victory. The Cardinals 5. Gardner the attack, recovered by Krull. Tyler saves it. Krull just has to free ball it over. Now Hickey to Grissett to Kildow on the other side, blocked by Whitlock and Krull. They block it again. Sierra Evans just taps it over. Now Axness to Tyler, tabling the save. Axness, Tyler double block won't go. Off the arms of Tori Kildow, it's 22-21. Cardinals are fighting back.
I need to shout out Elizabeth Tabling right there. 2 huge digs for the Cardinals to set up attacks. It wasn't pretty, but without those, the Bobcats get their 23rd point. It's 22-21 now.
A sign of life from this Cardinals offense that, as we know, has so much high potential, leads the Mid-American Conference in kills, hitting percentage, and assists. The second least opponent service aces, as we mentioned in the pregame. No service aces just yet for the Ohio Bobcats, so the threat of the serve has been neutralized so far, but we've got a whole lot of game left, Sam. 17 digs for the Bobcats are the reason they're still in it.
Indeed, they are, and if this is any preview to what we saw last night, this reminds me a lot of that 3rd and 4th set. It was finally when the Cardinals started taking over, but also they got the win. It wasn't even that pretty, though. They still were out-hit. They got less kills and total attacks. So there's a very good chance this set ends with the Bobcats leading in most of the statistical categories, but the Cardinals still taking the set. It reminds me a lot of that. Kind of sluggish for the Cardinals. I know you used that adjective earlier, but man, if I'm Kelly Miller Phillips, I'm thinking, what a way to crawl back into this set, but we need to finish the job, or else this is a set you need to forget about, because it's either you win or you forget about everything that happened in this set.
You win and you learn. We're here at Worthen Arena. Dylan Budd, Sam Klug getting the pleasure to call this game. Ball State standing at 10-0, their best start since 1997. Ohio at a 500 5-5, and we're back underway after the arm of Gwen Krull. Hickey's second touch to Kildow, stuffed by Whitlock and Wise, but the Bobcats recover. Other side, Gardner. Tyler and Weiss can't get it. It's 23-21 Ohio advantage.
Ohio tried on the right side where Whitlock and Weiss were the blockers. Then they decided to go left side. It was Weiss and Krull. That time it worked out to their advantage. And I've seen them attacking, I should say, down the sideline instead of going from one corner to the other, and that's usually worked out for them so far.
Grissett and this Bobcat offense has done a great job of carrying the load. Cam Weiss gets an attack, but it won't land. Bailey Blair just hits the wrong part of her hand, but that one might have gone to Mars, Sam. It's 23-22. Bobcat lead, and coming in is Lindsey Green and Tiffany Snook, replacing the aforementioned Reese Axness and Riley Whitlock.
Bailey Blair, someone who was our impact player, only 1 kill and has 2 errors. Kind of been silent so far.
Slide action to Blair. She might have heard you, Sam. Thunderous kill from the freshman phenom.
Indeed, and that announcer jinx puts us at Ohio's set point.
Now serving is Maddie Long. She returns as an outside hitter. Excellent from the service line, but we're going to have to wait a minute and a half first. Ball State calls timeout.
An important one for the Cardinals right here. Don't want to lose this first set.
This broadcast is produced by the students of Ball State Sports Link and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, stop by our showroom on the corners of McGalliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie, Indiana, or visit victorymuncie.com.
Let's take a look at some of these set 1 stats. Ohio still leading the attacks by 11, 43-32, 19-8 kills in favor of the Bobcats. They're also out-hitting the Cardinals 279 to a $125. And again, if the Cardinals want to win any of these future sets or take back this set, they just need to be more efficient and productive when they attack.
30 seconds left as the Cardinals return to the floor. On their side, Carson Tyler, Sophie Ledbetter, Elizabeth Tabling, Lindsey Green, Cam Weiss, and it looks like Tiffany Snook. Interesting note about Ledbetter and Snook, Sam. They played together at Hamilton Southeastern. Snook went to Memphis, Ledbetter to Ball State. When Snook told Sophie that, hey, I'm going to enter the transfer portal, Sophie said, hey, you should come here to Muncie, Indiana. And Snook did just that. Now she's seeing a much increased role and better production since non-conference play.
They also won back-to-back state titles in this very building.
Bobcats are 1 point away. Maddie Long to serve. Tabling. Green, can they stay alive? Carson Tyler says yes, but recovered by Hickey. Sierra Evans will end set 1. Cam Weiss's block attempt is thwarted, and the Bobcats take set 1 for the second time in 2 days.
Huge get right there by the Ohio Bobcats. Again, important to get that first one, but again, they don't want history to repeat itself, so they want to get set 1 and win the next 2. Great stop there from the Cardinal attack, and they were able to set it up and get Sierra Evans to end set 1.
As these two teams gather themselves, we'll take a short break as well. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive car dock maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to our conditioning, our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is Sports Link Digital.
Girls just want to have fun being played over the Worthen Arena loudspeakers, but Cyndi Lauper, the artist, just inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as of this year. Dylan Budd, Sam Klug, happy to join you here in Worthen Arena. Ohio leads 1-0 in sets. Set 2 about to be underway. Ohio goes to our near side, Ball State to the far right side. But it's Chirp or Treat night here at Worthen Arena. And Sam, I got to ask you, we've seen a lot of costumes today. What do you think is your favorite?
Indeed, we have. I think it has to be Lucas Machado. He's Vector from Despicable Me franchise. I mean, he was hitting the move, too, earlier when he walked in. So, I mean, it has to be him.
Conversely, I would have to go with Patrick Rogers, the standout on our men's volleyball team, dressed as Gru. The two of them can pair well together, but we'll see if our senior can steal the moon in the stands. But looks like we're about to get underway once more. Ohio gets the honor of serving as Lindsey Green set us underway yesterday.
Going to be interesting. I mean, OU got more kills than the Cardinals, 20-8 in that first set. You know, I don't think it's the right term to say out-killed. It just doesn't sound right in volleyball. So more kills is what I was trying to say. 20-8. If the Cardinals want to get set number 2, you got to have more attacks.
More kills, more attacks, more production, whatever works. Bryn Yankee gets us underway. Slide action to Weiss, and it lands home. The Cardinals respond immediately.
They need a big set from her if they want any chance of winning set number 2. They're high flyers is what I call Cam Weiss and Carson Tyler from the corners. They need more out of them.
The Wapahani resident was ridiculous last night. 14 kills, 7 total blocks, hitting at 47.8%, already tallying to her 38.2% that leads the Mid-American Conference. It's 1-1 in set number 2, and serving next for the Ohio Bobcats looks to be Maddie Long. Now the attack goes to Carson Tyler. Block attempt from Evans won't go, and the Cardinals get another lead. Tyler gets the honor of serving.
Awesome to see the first 2 points coming from probably their 2 best offensive players in Carson Tyler and Cam Weiss.
It was clear the message was to feed your stars. Now the attack to Bailey Blair, recovered by Green. Now Ledbetter. Tyler just has to free ball it over. Hickey to Yankee. To the other side. Gentry Brown's attempt is stuffed by Cam Weiss and Tiffany Snook.
Great dig there by Lindsey Green, using her whole body. That set up the attack for the Cardinals.
They go once more to Brown. Now it's Weiss up the middle, Ledbetter the save. Green the set. On the other side, it's Van Oort, but that won't go. Meeting of the middle. Weiss tried to touch it on the set by Yankee. Looks like the latter had a net violation, and Ball State now leads 4-1 early in set 2.
I think they're going to credit that one to Weiss as well. She's been all over the floor from the corner and the middle. Awesome to see.
Tyler serves from the far right side. Attack up the middle by Evans. Goes off the hand of Weiss. Don't think she was ready for it. Crafty play from this Bobcat offense. It's 4-2 Ball State. Cardinal Chaos counting down for Hickey's serve. Tyler to Green to Van Oort. Bobcats recover. Now we go to Blair. That attack goes between the arms of Green and Tyler. It's now 4-3.
And Dylan, obviously our listeners can't see, but that ball had some crazy spin on it. Going from right to left, no chance for the Cardinal defense to stop that one.
Bailey Blair's 3rd kill of the day as Hickey serves. Diving recovery as Tyler. Free ball attempt from Van Oort just falls straight into the webbing. Some sort of miscommunication there off a great serve from Hickey. It's 4-4.
2 straight points now for the Bobcats.
Ledbetter to Green to Van Oort. Thumps it home, but the Bobcats recover. Now it's Brown with her response. Green tried to set it up, and the streaking Tyler went a little too far ahead.
3 points in a row now for the Bobcats, and right there they tried to block it up front, got it off the fingertips, and it went way back and out of bounds.
The libero for this set is Darby Ricketts, 20 service aces. She's had a handful of serves so far in set 2. Van Oort will try again, but recovered by Ricketts. Now we go to the other side. Brown just tries to tap it over. Cam Weiss says no, no. We're tied at 5-5. Sophie Ledbetter will serve from the near right side. The setup by Yankee. Now we go to Blair. Falls out of bounds just wide of that hardwood. Ball State leads again 6-5. Here's Ledbetter again. She's been excellent from the service line. Brown hits it up. Hickey comes back in as the libero. Diving attempt from Ledbetter won't go off of the thunderous Bailey Blair attack.
Great play by the Ohio offense right there. That was one of the best serves I've seen from Tyler so far. Really had spin and height on it, but they were able to corral it and go back straight with an attack and get the point.
We've already seen how excellent Bailey Blair is. She's just been tattooing this ball. Slide action to Snook. This time it'll go. Ball State had to get a little creative, but now they lead again, 7-6 in set 2.
Snook taking a book out of the Ohio offense, attacking right down the out-of-bounds line. Instead of going cross-court, she gets it to fall.
Axness now comes in and serves. Set from Yankee, slide action to Waddell. Goes out of bounds. Ball State now leads 8-6.
Great read from the Ball State defense right there to notice that ball had way too much power on it, getting sent out of bounds. Huge point for the Cardinals. This is one of their larger leads of the set so far.
Now here's something interesting. Interim head coach Kenzie Brinkman pulls out the green card, and we are going to go under review. I think the argument is if Emily Waddell's attack touched the arm of Carson Tyler before falling out of bounds. What sucks for us, Sam, is they don't show replay in-house, so we have no idea what's going on. I can't provide any insight to something like this. Do you have any sort of insight into what happened there?
Well, I was listening to the ESPN call yesterday with Mick Tidrow, and I apologize, but I don't remember who the analyst, her name was, but she was talking about, as a former Ball State player herself, during reviews, if she knew she touched it, she had to lie and say, no, I don't think it touched me. And then when her coach asked her, do you think the other team touched it, she had to say, yes, I know they did. So sometimes even when you're a player, you can't be all that truthful. You might need to tell a fib if it needs to make it go your way for the team. So right now, if Carson Tyler thinks she touched it, she might have to, be like, I don't think it did.
This would be a big momentum swing for Ball State, just gathering that momentum and starting to go on a run here. So might be a little bit of elements of game within the game, but Kenzie Brinkman pumps her fist. Looks like it'll go Ball State's way. Nope, Ohio's way. Officials pointing in separate directions. It's now 7-7 rather than 8-6. Big time call from Kenzie Brinkman is successful.
And that is a huge momentum swing. It's 7-7 now instead of 8-6. No lead for the Cardinals.
As we mentioned in the pregame show, Sam, momentum is a powerful thing, especially in women's volleyball. Getting us back underway is Gentry Brown. Reception error from Noelle Van Oort. Bobcats lead for the first time this set. It's 8-7.
Van Oort, someone who's pretty squeaky clean. Surprised to see that error.
This time, Axness sets it up to Van Oort. Blocked by the Bobcats, but goes out of bounds. Considered a wipe for the graduate student.
Oh, man, we just had a fan get hit down there. Someone was throwing the ball back and bonked someone in the head.
The pride of Indiana Tech now gets to serve. Recovered by Hickey. Off the other side to Gardner, just has to be free-balled over. Whitlock to Axness. Slide action to Kroll, but Whitlock gets it instead. Off the hands of Kendall Hickey, and Ball State leads again. It's 9-8 in set 2.
Huge attack, and the Cardinals have started in this second set to attack more down the line like Ohio did in that first set, and they've gotten a lot of success out of it.
Gwen Kroll takes advantage of the discombobulation from the Bobcats. Ohio able to recover. Now slide action to Whitlock, completely stuffed by Tori Kildow. Whitlock, someone so promising for this young Ball State team, but the attack percentage would conflict with that, hitting at 17.5%. Certainly happy that she's a redshirt freshman because going to need a lot of time to develop, but if there's any person to develop someone like that, it's Kelly Miller-Phillips. Now Ledbetter gets the recovery. We go to the other side to Carson Tyler. That kill will go. Cardinals are the first in double figures in set 2. It is 10-9, Gwen Kroll to serve.
Tyler's 6th kill of the day. Now she's hitting above 360. Really cool to see that after her performance last night.
Now the response from Tori Kildow is menacing. Not much Gwen Kroll can do there. The Bobcats respond and tie it up.
Kildow has 5 kills on 12 attacks. We haven't really mentioned her name enough. She's really been an instrumental piece in the Bobcats' success so far.
5 kills to her name already, hitting at 33.3% so far. Axness to Whitlock, just tries to tap it over. Axness can't recover. Bobcats lead again, 11-10. So Bryn Yankee will get the honors of serving once more from the near right side. Axness to Weiss up the middle. Goes off the arm of Yankee, and it's a Cardinal point. Both of these sets, Sam, have just been so close through the whole thing.
Indeed they have, and that's the only thing that's pretty much different than yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a blowout in those first 2 sets.
These two teams just trading blows. Lindsey Green gets the serve. Slide action to Blair, unable to be recovered by the Ball State setter. It's 12-11 Ohio. Now coming in is Maddie Long. We've mentioned her name, the 5'10" freshman, 3rd most service aces in the MAC. None today so far. She looks to change that. She serves from the near right side. Tyler to Green. Slide action to Kroll, won't go. Has to be free-balled over as it was a thunderous slam. Snook once more. The Bobcats recover. Sliding stop by Yankee. Set from Van Oort. Weiss up the middle this time. Evans recovers. Weiss spikes it again, but it goes out of bounds. Looks like she wanted the call to hit a Bobcat finger, but she won't get it.
The Ohio defense won that point. Bryn Yankee with an incredible dig.
Rare service error there from Maddie Long. Cardinals get the point again. Carson Tyler will serve on the far right side. Knuckleballed over, recovered by Brown. Brown will get the attack. Whitlock and Weiss there to block. Won't go. And Bobcats score once more.
One of their better runs we've seen so far. Now at 14-12. First one to 15. And we go to a break, but it's been kind of all Bobcats so far in this set.
The strongest margin at any point this game so far is just 3. Now the attack from Snook, just stonewalled by Waddell and Brown. Bobcats get to 15 first. Score reads 15-12 for the visitors. Media timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well as Ball State tries to gather whatever's going on with their offense. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to like our conditioning, like our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
Hey Cardinal fans, this is Connor Onion, play-by-play broadcaster with Fox Sports and I'm a proud SportsLink alum. You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. Chirp, chirp.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena on SportsLink Digital Radio. We see on the Jumbotron Charlie Cardinal doing some push-ups with a fan in the stands, but looking at the rest of the MAC for volleyball right now, Toledo took the first set over the Red Hawks of Miami and lead 3-1 in set number 2. As for NIU and Akron, the Huskies lead 14-10 in the second set after losing in the first after some deuce action. The Zips won that one 28-26. The serve from Kendall Hickey goes off the top of the net and falls home untouched. Excuse me, that's Darby Ricketts, her 21st service ace. 16 makes it 16. Ricketts to serve again. Has to be saved on the right side. Whitlock gets the spike. The Cardinals recover. Yankee now to Kildow. Goes out of bounds. Wanted a Cardinal tip. Multiple Bobcats had their arms up, and the green card is pulled out very quickly by Kenzie Brinkman.
Yeah, she went right to her players, and they pretty much gave her the immediate response that they wanted a challenge. And like you said, that was pretty quick. But again, most of the Cardinal attacks have just been stuffed at the net. We haven't really seen a lot of advantage for the Cardinals when they get close and attack from the net.
Ball State hitting at an uncharacteristic 13% so far in this one. As for Ohio, 30%. They've been quite productive on attacks. 29 kills, almost double versus Ball State's 15.
Like you said, uncharacteristic from a Ball State team that has just dominated MAC play so far. And a lot of times they don't even send it to 5 sets. They do kind of go to 5 sets a lot of times. 3 of their last 5 games have gone to 5 sets, but they've all gone in the way of the Cardinals. So if you're a Ball State fan, you're not worrying too much yet, but there's a chance if this comes down to the wire, it's finally going to end.
Ball State had the reverse sweep last night, but it doesn't mean it's a given. Ohio struggled to finish yesterday, as we know, losing 3-2. They're 1-5 in games that go to 5. As for Ball State, 6-3. But doesn't mean it's a necessity or a given that Ball State can just win 3 straight sets after being down 2-0. They did it last night. Even more difficult for them to do it 2 straight days.
Indeed, and also there's history on the line for the Cardinals as the challenge goes the way of the Bobcats.
It'll be 17-12, Bobcat advantage. Serving again will be Darby Ricketts.
This set reminds me a little bit more of what happened in the first set yesterday.
Kelly Miller-Phillips, stoic on her sideline. Tyler, Reese, and Weiss's attack won't go. This time right down Broadway. Set attempt from Van Oort goes out of bounds. Just trying to do anything there after a great kill from Bailey Blair.
Yeah, a lot of the attacks so far from Ohio have just caught the Cardinals off guard, whether that's spin or the time of the attack, and another point for the Bobcats.
18-12 Bobcat advantage, the largest margin we've had today. Noelle Van Oort tries to respond, but it goes out of bounds. Bobcats get another.
Could have been some frustration on that hit and just a little too much mustard on that ball as we get another Ball State timeout.
Noelle Van Oort with that attack sailing out of bounds, now hitting at -7%. Again, uncharacteristic from the graduate. She had 10 kills and 8 digs yesterday, 28 kills and 21 digs in her last 3. It's not known for her to be this unproductive, but it was Carson Tyler yesterday, and so far Noelle Van Oort today.
Yeah, 15 attacks, 3 errors on the day so far in that singular kill. If they want to get anything going here in this second set, which is nearing out of reach location, they need to get her going, as well as Carson Tyler, who since the beginning of the set has kind of been non-existent.
Ball State cheer trying to hype up Cardinal chaos, but if you're a fan here at Worthen Arena, the feeling just has to be stunned.
Yeah, Ball State hasn't even gotten to the point where they've been able to have a set point.
All
of the times have been Ohio.
It has never felt like Ball State has the advantage so far today. And the same can be said for the first 2 sets yesterday. Does that mean they can come back again? Potentially. But so far in conference play, the only thing that can stop Ball State has been Ball State themselves. The Bobcats might be trying to prove us wrong on that. They lead 19-12 in set number 2. We will be back underway after Darby Ricketts gets the serve. Interesting move from Ball State. Carson Tyler will go out and be subbed in by Tiffany Snook. The threats on offense now, Riley Whitlock, Cam Weiss, Tiffany Snook. The Ricketts serve goes out of the arms of Ledbetter. Uncharacteristic reception error, just her 23rd as the libero. It's now 20-12 Bobcat advantage. All of the optimism has just been sucked out of Worthen Arena. Weiss the set, Snook the kill. This time Blair just has to free ball it over. Mistimed set. Noelle Van Ort's tip, this time it'll go. Maddie Long had been flying all over the floor. At one point landed by our handheld camera. She couldn't gather that one. And now Ball State trying to get something going as Sophie Ledbetter gets the serve. Yankee the set all the way to the far end of the court. Gentry Brown is rejected by Gwen Kroll and Tiffany Snook.
Huge up front block for the Cardinals. Those two are constantly blocking any offensive attack, and they need more of that.
Both middle blockers are 6'2". It's hard to get by both arms, but that serve goes out of bounds. It's now 21-14, and in comes Lexi Grissett to serve again.
We got a football score here, 21-14.
Grissett will serve from the near left side. Slide action to Kroll, recovered by Hickey. Now we go on the other side to Gardner. Kroll tries to block, won't go. And Ohio dominant in set 2.
There's a little bit of a gap between Gwen Kroll and Tiffany Snook's outstretched arms, and the Bobcat ball found its way right through it.
Now the attack goes to Snook. Just pinballs over. We go back to that side to Gentry Brown, stuffed by Snook, but goes out of bounds. The Bobcats 2 points away from being up 2-0. Slide action this time to Tiffany Snook, just thumps off of Kendall Hickey. Ledbetter now tabling. Now Noelle Van Ort, the graduate, cannot respond. Set up by Grissett, middle attack from Emily Waddell, right down Broadway, it'll work.
That's quite the way to get to set point in this dominant second set. That middle attack has been underused by both teams, but Ohio gets it on this one.
Grissett trying to end set 2. Axness, attack from Van Ort from the back row. Response from the Bobcats, Olivia Gardner. Diving attempt is Ledbetter, but the Bobcats will take set 2. We've seen this story before, Sam, and Cardinals able to respond yesterday. Looks a little bit more bleak today. We've got 5 minutes for halftime now between sets 2 and 3. Looks like there's going to be some sort of promotion here at Worthen Arena in between the action. Some kids going out in different Halloween costumes. Remember, it is Chirper Treat Night. I think we're going for the cutest costume contest. Got a few notable characters here. I see someone as Harry Potter. I see someone as what I think to be is a Power Ranger. I think we have Snow White. We've got a couple princesses. We've got a butterfly.
Yeah, we got a good lineup out there. Pretty solid costumes. Probably better than anything I was ever as a kid.
Certainly. I was Mario for a few years. Was a big Mario kid and did that for, I think, 3 straight years at some point in my life.
I think I was a Cubs player for 3 straight years.
Nice. I was a trading card one year. You know, I had a cardboard cutout, stuck my face in it. I was a Green Bay Packers quarterback.
Love that. Dylan Budd rookie card.
That's me. Pretty big for a trading card. Hard to fit that in the album sleeve.
Indeed. We have some fans cheering as well.
Big cheers.
Looks like the pumpkin. Is that oh, it's a cat. What is it? I can't tell.
It's a pumpkin cat. Oh, and the crowd erupts for the Gryffindor kid.
I think Charlie's got his clear-cut answer.
Charlie, man, tough decision to make here, my friend. What are you going to do? You could break some kids' hearts right now.
He's got the toughest job in America.
But what a story it would be to say, I was the cutest costume when I was 5, or whatever it might be.
That's quite the accomplishment.
We now have an athlete contest.
This is what we want to see.
This is really exciting. I think I see a Big Bird. Yes, I do.
Big Bird. We got Vector out there. We got a, is that a British king?
We see Vector. We see Gru. We see someone from...
Oh, we got a cheerleader.
The time of the American Revolution, there's a man cross-dressing as a cheerleader.
We got Gru, a Ninja Turtle. We got a cow.
Alex
from
baseball
splits.
with a split as a male cheerleader. Up next, we've got a pirate. He flexes. Then is Big Bird. Up next, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. She breakdances on the Terraflex. Then it's a track, one of the track ladies as a cow. The British King, Lucas from men's volleyball, as Vector gets a lot of cheers. And then Patrick Rogers dances as Gru. This is a little tougher, Sam, because
this is a little tougher.
You've got Gru, you've got Vector, you've got Big Bird. I don't know. What do you think?
Man, Sesame Street was pretty fun growing up. I think I have to go Big Bird.
Gotta love me some Big Bird, man. But great showing from all these athletes. Different spectacular costumes. Vector and Gru, man, just electric here from Worthen Arena.
Love to see the athletes getting involved and supporting their volleyball team, who currently needs it down 2-0.
Sam, I have to ask, do you have a Halloween costume this year, my friend?
I do not, but I think I'm still planning to go as some sort of Clash Royale character.
Okay, I can respect that. That's nice.
What about you, Dylan?
So I think I'm going to end up being Waldo this year. So
where?
Exactly, yes. Where? You'll be able to find Waldo, finally.
Finally.
Oh, just such a difficult challenge as a kid. But, you know, I'm happy to take one for the team and finally give people the satisfaction of finding a beloved character from childhood. But we've got a minute left until these two teams return to the floor. Ball State returns to their left side, Ohio to their right.
Statistically, looking at that second set, it was even worse for the Cardinals. They notched, I should say, 8 kills, same as the first set, but only 14 points compared to 22 in that first set. Maybe a little fatigue from the disappointment of losing that first set that was back and forth, and the second set was completely different. It was dominated by that late stretch. Ohio came out of that 15-point timeout, and there was no looking back.
There was a lot of fun and games here at halftime, but hard to imagine there are any smiles right now on that Ball State sideline. As we had said before, it had been neck and neck for so long, and then the Bobcats just kind of took set 2 and ran with it. All of the momentum is with the visitors right now.
Yep. Ohio hit just under 50% in that set. The Cardinals, 10%. I mean, that's a 40% difference. There's no way the Cardinals were going to come back and really be able to fight in that set. They actually didn't even get above 15 points.
Well, Taylor Swift says everything will be all right. Let's see what happens here in set 3. The Cardinals will get the honor of serving first in this stanza. As we know, to open the sets, a little bit of musical chairs as libero might come in, someone else might come out. Just some shuffling as we don't know what's going on with the discourse on the floor. Okay, Ledbetter comes in, Gwen Kroll comes out.
And by the way, Cardinal libero wearing the red jersey, black sleeves, black shorts, and white numbers. For the Bobcats, it's a white jersey, green trim and numbers, and black shorts. They always wear an inverse of what the rest of the team is wearing, I should say.
Nice way to point out the libero from the rest of the team. Lindsey Green, we've heard her name before to serve. She kicks us off in set 3. Can the Cardinals recover? Bailey Blair says no. cross-action attack, and the Bobcats strike first blood.
The Cardinals really left the middle of the floor open right there, and Bailey Blair, what an eye to find that opening and really attack it.
Utter excellence from the 6-foot freshman. Now serving first is Gentry Brown. Van Oort to Green to Van Oort again. Double block. Weiss recovers. Snook just has to tap it over. Yankee the set. Kildow will try and slam it home, but Tyler digs it up. Van Oort got the attack on the right side. Bobcats recover. Evans up the middle. Diving save by Ledbetter. Van Oort again. Just tapped over. Tried to find that middle spot. Wouldn't go. Slam is the attack. And Sophie Ledbetter recovers. It went off the Jumbotron. No whistle blows, and we go on. Ledbetter. Green. This time to Snook. The Bobcats recover. Hickey gets it to Blair. Carson Tyler can't extend, and it's 2-0 after what feels like a marathon of a rally.
Marathon indeed. That rally probably took about a minute or two, and again, it got stuck in between a TV up in the Jumbotron. But hey, here at Worthen Arena, we play on.
Serve again from Maddie Long. This time up the middle is Snook. Goes off the arm of a Bobcat. And the Cardinals get their first points of set number 3. 2-1 Bobcat advantage. Noelle Van Oort will serve next.
Snook's someone they need to get involved. She's pretty good at going right down the middle, down Broadway.
Set from Yankee. Attack from Blair. The lefty's attack will land inbounds. It'll be 3-1. Blair's not a lefty, mind you, so using her southpaw there was some excellent work from the freshman.
Indeed. That kind of caught me off guard. I was like, whoa, left-hand usage, but hey, point down for the Bobcats.
Just shows how creative every facet of this Bobcat offense is. Weiss up the middle. Dug up and falls out of bounds. Yankee's dig attempt goes to the other side as Carson Tyler just smacks it home.
Yeah, Weiss had just power behind that shot, and good job on Yankee for digging it out, but too much power behind that ball.
She's been excellent in the velocity department. Now back row attack from Maddie Long. Goes out of bounds. Ball State's point. Excuse me, it looked like the official point at Ball State's side. It'll be Ohio's point. 4-2 after some miscommunication there. Grissett comes in to serve. From the far right side, she delivers. Noelle Van Oort is completely stonewalled by Olivia Gardner and Emily Waddell.
Looks like Van Oort kind of caught that ball on her way down. Couldn't really get enough elevation to get through the wall of Ohio.
The lack of production from Van Oort has been stunning. Snook just taps it over the Bobcat wall, and it'll land safely and softly onto the hardwood. Gentle kill from Tiffany Snook, and Elizabeth Tabling comes in to serve.
Yeah, going back to Noelle Van Oort, she's attacking at negative 5.3% right now.
Tabling serve. Pinballs around. Service ace for the sophomore from Kentucky, her 7th on the year.
Huge boost of momentum for the Cardinals. You can feel it in the student section and the fans around. They're only down by 1 now.
5-4 Bobcat lead. This attack will go all the way to Emily Waddell. Carson Tyler tries to save it. Whistle blows. Looked like she was able to get her arms up and over before it hit that press box area, but
I believe it fell onto the side of the Bobcats. I think after it's over, if the net extended basically for infinity, you can't really go past that.
The amount of power that Emily Waddell had on that spike was ridiculous. Now it's a slide action to Krull, set up by Brown. This time it's Kildow, blocked by Green and Krull. Rare for Lindsey Green to get in on the action, but she says no, right by the product of Wisconsin, Gwen Krull.
Yeah, Lindsey Green playing right up by the net right now, something you don't usually see.
Tyler serves from the near right side. Kildow's attempt will go away from the outstretched diving arm of Sophie Ledbetter. It is 7-5. Now serving will be Emily Waddell.
Again, Ohio peppering that back side of the defense. Nobody back there to save it.
Waddell serves. Recovery by Tabling. Slide action to Krull. and it'll land inbounds. She now gets the honor of serving. That had a great game yesterday. Now just her first kill on 10 attacks.
Not the day she wanted so far, but big point.
Now we set behind the back to Gardner. Blocked by Van Orten Weiss. Van Ort again to respond. That lands home just in the coffin corner of the Bobcats side, and we're tied up at 7-7. Cardinals showing a sign of life. Kroll serves from the near left side. Kildow's attempt falls way out of bounds into La La Land, and the Cardinals lead in set 3.
First lead of the set for the Cardinals, 8-7 now.
Kroll serves again. Kildow got it. She gets the chance for the kill. Goes out of bounds, but Cam Weiss had a finger on it. It'll be 9-8, I believe. Excuse me, no, 8-8. We're knotted up in set 3.
The end line on the right side for the Cardinals defense, again, left open. The Ohio offense has just been able to pick off those points and get the points where they needed.
Yankee gets to serve. Ledbetter, slide action to Weiss, picked up by Brown. Now the attack from Gardner. Tried to be saved by Carson Tyler. The diving attempt from Van Ort won't go. It is 9-8 Ohio advantage.
Carson Tyler has been all over the floor today, and maybe that's a bad thing. She really hasn't been able to attack much this set, but a great diving attempt there.
An update from our friends in football. Ball State Cardinals are tied with the Northern Illinois Huskies at 7-7 at half. Attack now up the middle from Evans. Elizabeth Tabling can't hit it up, and it's now 10-8. Bobcats first to double digits.
That's a big point to get to, especially now they're only 5 away from that timeout.
Yankee to rise again. Ledbetter, Green. Noelle Van Ort, Tabling saves it. Carson Tyler back row attack, didn't even get off her feet. Yankee to Evans up the middle, gets by Cam Weiss.
Wide open middle right there. The Cardinals again leaving the defense with too many gaps, and Ohio is just seeing the floor extremely well today in this afternoon action, and that gives them, actually went to the Cardinals. Looks like a change of score.
I believe a net violation was called after some deliberation. It's now 10-9 Bobcat advantage. Some discussion going on between Kenzie Brinkman and the officials.
I was going to say, excuse everything we kind of just mentioned. That goes the way of the Cardinals, as for now.
Looked like Sierra Evans, what it looked like to me was Sierra Evans' attack up the middle, touched by Cam Weiss, fell safely inbounds. It looked like the call was everything Ohio. We're back under review. Easy green card decision for Kenzie Brinkman.
Indeed we are. She's had, 2 or 3 of those now today, and this could be an important one. An 11-8 lead is much different than a 10-9 one, especially in this set. I mean, hey, they want to sweep the Cardinals today. They want to do the exact opposite of what happened to them yesterday.
She's already 2-0 on challenges today. Looks like it's about to be 3-0, but you have to figure as a Ball State fan on games like this, team hitting 14.1%, you're missing some of your offensive firepower. Players like Katie Eganoff, Anaya Kennedy, Maddie Buckley, all returners from last year who haven't had any time based off of one injury or another. Certainly well missed by the Ball State Cardinals, but Noelle Van Ort, Riley Whitlock, Tiffany Snook, all newcomers have done an excellent job of filling in the role. But on games like this, you certainly have to miss the more established players like Kennedy, Eganoff, and Buckley. Review is underway. Lindsey Green's serve after Cardinal point was completely untouched by the Bobcats. We're knotted up at 10-10.
Yeah, so to recap, Cardinals win the challenge and get a service ace.
Just a nice floater there from Lindsey Green, unable to be corralled. Bailey Blair responds and slams it into the arms of Lindsey Green.
You know, tonight, Bailey Blair hasn't been the player with the most kills or anything. That's actually Gentry Brown, but she's hitting at a 35.7 clip. Pretty fantastic stuff from the freshman.
Maddie Long now gets to serve. Tyler, Green, Van Oort. Finally a kill from Noelle Van Oort. The diving attempt from long sailed wide. That'll be her 4th kill, but hitting now at 0% considering the attack errors. She now gets the reward of serving. Finally some production from the graduate. Attack here from Blair, unable to be recovered by Lindsey Green.
Lindsey Green kind of got a late jump on that spike from the Bobcat offense. And again, another hole the Cardinals have left in their defense.
Many of the Bobcat attacks have come to Lindsey Green rather than Sophie Ledbetter. Could be a reason why they have so many kills. But Carson Tyler slams it home, goes to the Cardinal side. She gets to try again, and it slams. Weiss puts it up. Now the other side, Snook rejected. Green can't get a hand on it. That was Gentry Brown and Emily Waddell. Big time swings from Carson Tyler, but to no avail, spoiled by that stone wall up front.
It seems like every Carson Tyler attack from the left to the right is always accounted for from this defense.
Darby Ricketts now serves. Ledbetter, Green. Tyler again past the double block. This time up the middle to Waddell. Save attempt from Van Oort, but falls into the first row. It is 15-12. We're going to go to media timeout for our friends at ESPN and Chirp Vision. With that, we're going to take a timeout as well. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to like our conditioning, like our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
From Trivia Night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Welcome back here to Worthen Arena. Contest between the Ball State Cardinals and the Ohio Bobcats of women's volleyball. I'm Dylan Budd, Sam Klug alongside. But the best stories in Ball State sports, latest videos, and SportsLink program information can be found at ballstatesportslink.com. The score reads 11-14 Bobcat advantage. Timeout was taken by Ball State. Have to be ready for a media timeout as Ohio gets to 15, or Ball State rallies to take the lead at 15-14. Might have to be ready for a break.
Cardinals are hitting a lot better in this set at a 20% clip, but again, still down by 3 total points.
Darby Ricketts will get the serve. Ledbetter, now to Tyler, just taps it over. Little floater. Bobcats try to take advantage, but Ledbetter recovers. Free balled over by Carson Tyler. Bailey Blair looks like she wanted it, but Waddell will get the attack, and it'll still work, finding the hardwood untouched.
Again, that middle left wide open, and I want to say a lot of the offensive attacks from the Cardinals haven't been because of bad actual attack hits. It's been because of the sets and the digs. They've been all discombobulated.
No media timeout for us. We play on. Green, now to Noelle Van Oort, back row attack. Carson Tyler's attempt to keep it up will not avail for a diving Tiffany Snook. Now coming in will be Reese Axness, it looks like. Subbing in for her setter pair, Lindsey Green.
Again, that attack hit the net, fell right back down to the Cardinals side. They quickly had to try and save it. Did not work.
Darby Ricketts still on the serve. She serves from the near right side. Carson Tyler, the attack, gets over the wall, but out of bounds. Tough back-breaking kill attempt for the sophomore. It's now 17-11 Ohio. Worthen Arena is stunned.
Again, a great chance right there for the Cardinals, but way too long.
Ricketts serve recovered by Van Oort. This time it's Snook on the slide. She tries to tap it over again, won't go. Now we see Gentry Brown's attack fall way out of bounds, but a tip from Snook. 18-11. These Bobcats now 7 points away from not only beating the undefeated Cardinals, but sweeping them.
Absolute stunned silence right now.
The serve from Ricketts goes out of bounds. Cardinals get the chance to serve again. Crow comes in for Cam Weiss, and Ledbetter, the most productive server for Ball State today, will try and get something going. Cardinals down 6. Ledbetter's serve looked like it would have gone out of bounds, but Bailey Blair will respond instead.
Dylan, that middle was left open yet again, and Bailey Blair, who I said has seen the court extremely well tonight, takes full advantage for, I want to say, the 5th time, or maybe more.
It's Bailey Blair's 10th kill. Her and Gentry Brown lead the way with double digits apiece. That serve, though, from Maddie Long goes wide and out of bounds. It's 19-13 Ohio. Coming in is Elizabeth Tabling for Snook. The former will serve.
Not surprised. Blair has had double-digit kills in the last 5 games. Make that 6.
Tabling serves from the near left side. Brought up by Brown. The attack from Waddell up the middle. Discombobulation. Tyler tries to spike it. Goes off the arm of Maddie Long. What velocity Carson Tyler has.
And indeed luck right there. That ball was probably going out of bounds, but she hit it right at the backline defender. Cardinals get one back.
Amidst the slipping and mistakes, Ball State able to get something going. Tabling serve. The response from Gardner. Tabling saves it. Meeting of the middle in the joust is won by Ohio. Carson Tyler again. This time it'll go.
Finally some life from Carson Tyler, these fans, and the Cardinal offense. They cut the lead to 4 in set number 3.
Timeout is taken by Ohio. What a momentum swing. Worthen Arena wakes up. 5th kill from Carson Tyler. Probably the most dominant we've seen so far. Excuse me, that's her 8th kill, hitting 25% so far today.
Yeah, and that's really the first one she's finally gotten from that left corner over to that right side. That's her signature move, but a lot of times she has been stopped. The Ohio Bobcats have dug it out, and it's always been a guaranteed defensive stop for the Bobcat defense. Whenever Tyler attacks, she finally breaks through, and you could tell that one meant a lot to her and her team.
We just saw over the Jumbotron Katie Eganoff explaining Ball State's next home volleyball game. They will face the Red Hawks of Miami, Ohio, in what we call silent set night. So one of the sets, will be completely silent until one team gets to 9 points. Really interesting promotional night here from Ball State, but certainly cool, meant to promote hearing loss and being able to hear the action, earplugs, all sorts of good things like that to preserve the hearing of people, especially in loud crowds like this in Worthen Arena.
Love to hear that. It reminds me a little bit of Silent Night Game in the nearby college just up I-69 of Taylor University. They use it for a little bit different of a reason, but they stay silent till the home team's 10th point. All these little things sports do make it what sports really is, how unique it is, right?
Absolutely. That call against Miami, I'll have play-by-play duties alongside our friend Annika Whitty. You'll hear from her and I on Tuesday. We're back underway. Waddell's slide action blocked by Tyler but goes out of bounds. Bobcats are now at 20, and they take the momentum back after a timeout.
Yeah, they caught the Ball State defense weak on that left side. Only one person over there, it was Carson Tyler. Went off her left arm, sailing out of bounds, and they're 5 points away from a sweep.
Gentry Brown gets the serve. Reese Axon is just urging her team to get something going. The attack goes to Kroll on a slide action, and that goes into the stands of Cardinal Chaos. Creative offense will work. This time it goes for Ball State.
Gwen Kroll's only her 2nd kill of the day. Big for them.
Tyler now gets to serve. She's been dangerous in this series. The attack from Kildow. Tyler recovers. Now it's Van Ort who gets stonewalled, somehow free-balled over after an amazing effort from Sophie Ledbetter. Middle attack again from Olivia Gardner will go. That open spot in the middle has just been the bread and butter of Ohio today.
It really has, and that's something that Kelly Miller Phillips is going to show to her team on film, and they're going to be like, wow, we really are leaving that middle open.
Seems like the strategy for attacking is anywhere but Sophie Ledbetter. Noelle Van Ort's spike will go over the outstretched arms of the Bobcats. It's now 22-16. The Bobcats are 3 points away from sweeping the Cardinals in their home court. Sam, the last time the Bobcats beat the Cardinals here at Worthen Arena was 2014. Kelly Miller Phillips has never lost to Ohio here in Muncie, Indiana. That could change today.
Indeed it has, and it's going to be Ball State's first, it could be Ball State's first MAC loss since basically a year ago in 2024. Pretty insane stuff we have brewing right here, and if the Cardinals were able to come back and win this set, they're going to need to get 9 straight. Well, they have some leeway, 2 points, but they need 9 points to get to the magic number 25, and then from there on, it's just an uphill climb.
The Cardinals have won the last 4 and 8 of the last 10. Kelly Miller Phillips is 11-2 in her career against Ohio. The Cardinals return to the floor, need 9 points before Ohio scores 3 just to get to a 4th set. Backs are against the wall. On the floor now, Sophie Ledbetter at libero, Elizabeth Tabling, Carson Tyler, Noelle Van Ort, Reese Axness, the freshman setter, and Gwen Kroll holding down the fort up the middle. The Bobcats now return to the floor. Serving from the far right side will be the 6-foot junior Emily Waddell. 7 kills at a 41% clip yesterday. She's been amazing in this series. Her serve goes to Carson Tyler. Attack from Van Ort goes off the arm of Waddell. Ledbetter falls over herself but gets the dig. Slam from Carson Tyler goes past the Bobcats' arms.
That attack from the Bobcats right after the initial spike might have gone out of bounds, but they save it instead and eventually get the kill.
One of the best things the Cardinals have done so far in MAC play is being able to score out of a timeout. Axness and Weiss get the block. This time Kildow goes for it. Tyler to Axness to Van Ort again, but it's stuffed. Goes over after a dig from Tyler on the block. Kildow once more. Up the middle again. Back breaking for Ball State. It's 23-17. We're 2 points away from this thing being over, Sam.
A lot of times you're seeing this Cardinal defense kind of get swamped up front. 4, even 3 sometimes get caught up front. And the back is left wide open and almost like low on reinforcements. They just don't have enough people there to block these Ohio attacks.
Yankee will serve. Whitlock comes in for Van Ort. Tabling to Green to Whitlock. Immediate impact? No. Bobcats free ball it over. Tyler to Axness to Cam Weiss on the slide action. That'll work. 23-18. I gotta say, Sam, this game could be over very soon. It just doesn't feel like it. It's been so much fun.
You're right, and right there they used a little trickery. Usually it's Gwen Kroll sliding from left to right. That time it was Cameron Weiss, and the Cardinals are only down by 5, 23-18.
Ball State now going for height as Tiffany Snook comes in for Elizabeth Tabling. The attack from Gentry Brown. Who else? Ledbetter the save. Meaning of the middle. Carson Tyler can't corral, and the Bobcats are 1 point away from the biggest upset in MAC women's volleyball this year so far.
Yep, the Cardinals started 10-0 in 97. They lost their 11th MAC game.
Could be the oh-no-mo for Ball State. Cam Weiss attack up the middle, goes off the arm of Bryn Yankee. They stay alive for now.
They're not dead yet, and again, if they get to 24, you got to win by 2. 24-19 right now.
Here's something really interesting. Riley Whitlock will get the serve. She doesn't really get the chance to, considering their normal rotation. The final attack, no. Ledbetter saves it. Carson Tyler, desperation, recovered by Brown. Just a tap over from Bryn Yankee. Unexpected kill is gonna end it. The Bobcats win 25-19, and just like that, the Ball State Cardinals have their first loss in Mid-American Conference play, swept by the Ohio Bobcats. This is unbelievable, Sam.
That is an unexplainable and an unbelievable indeed. Bryn Yankee coming into today, 4 kills on the year. That was her 5th kill of the year. And like you said, just a tap over. That is the definition of trickery and a stunning end to a stunning game. I mean, a 3-0 sweep for the Bobcats, and like you said, not the person. This defense was not expecting Yankee to be an offensive threat there at all, and guess who gets the final point? Bryn Yankee herself.
Unbelievable from Worthen Arena. You have to expect Kelly Miller-Phillips to be beside herself right now. This is not the style of play that the Cardinals have. This is not up to their standard.
Their offense looked pretty discombobulated the whole game, and again, the problems were not on the attacks themselves. They were what led up to the attacks, the sets, the digs, the assists. They just weren't as crisp as they usually are, and kind of the staple of this program and why they've been able to win 10 MAC games. And then on the other side, their defense was all over the place, leaving gaps in the floor. That back line a lot of times was wide open, and you can tell Ohio not only watches film, but watched film from yesterday and were able to tell how many chances they would have on that back line if they continue to attack it and find the open gaps. And today, they did just that.
The name of the game today, Sam, was efficiency. Ohio hit at a 40.6% team combined clip. Ball State at just 14.1%. Leading the way for the home team in kills is Carson Tyler, which is to be expected, but hit at 273, 22 attacks would be a season low, and that number of 9 also a season low. Just unproductive from the start.
Also, I don't know if this hasn't happened at all this year, but the Cardinals have had nobody in double-digit kills, something that is just stunning. I know we keep using that word, but nobody in double-digit kills. You can't really expect to win a volleyball game if none of your players are getting at least 10 kills.
And turning over to the Bobcats, our impact player, Bailey Blair, ended up leading the way in impressive 11 kills on 18 total attacks. Hit percentage of 44.4. Absolutely ridiculous from the freshman. Right at her heels is Gentry Brown with 10 kills and 11 digs to her name. So yet another double-double for the 5'9" junior. She's also been outstanding. Hitting percentage of just 7.1 coming into this. 26.3 today. A nice little get-back game for the junior that has had outstanding power, just not many times able to bring it onto the floor and finish.
And you know what's interesting, Dylan? That last set, I should say, looked much more closer than the first two. Final score of 25-19. But if you look at how each team hit in that set, I mean, Ohio finished with a 50% hitting clip. Very good from the field. But then the Cardinals, a 19.4% hitting clip. Not good at all. And just looking at the score, you would expect for them to hit much better. But again, that's the name of the game. Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. And that's how the Bobcats were able to get this third set and sweep at the time the undefeated Cardinals.
Looking at the rest of the MAC, Miami, Ohio lost the first set to Toledo. Looks like they lost 3-1. NIU and Akron still going at it. Akron looks like they're about to win their second set to have a 2-1 lead, but that Miami loss and the Ohio win would put the Bobcats at 5th or 6th in the Mid-American Conference standings. Good enough to make the MAC tournament, Sam. Big-time win for the Ohio Bobcats. Now with Ball State losing, they still are at the top of the conference at 10-1. Toledo will be at 8-3 after this victory, but it makes it all the more closer for those Rockets to be able to recover and potentially jump the Cardinals in the top spot. So some interesting things down the stretch. Looking at the rest of Ohio's schedule, they've got a Kent State game on Tuesday, a trip to Central Michigan on Halloween weekend, then a trip to NIU the week after for 2-game stretch, and then another 2 games against the defending champion Western Michigan Broncos, 3rd in the conference right now.
And one thing that this weekend has really proved is that Ohio can hang with everybody. They take Ball State to 5 sets yesterday. Now they sweep them today. This has really proven that they're a very talented squad. They may have had some bumpy roads earlier on in the season, but now they're 6-5 in MAC play. And if I'm Ohio, I'm saying, hey, we can win out and we can get maybe a 2, a 3, or a 4 seed in that MAC tournament.
Next up for Ball State, looking at the rest of their schedule, I have the call with Annika Whitty on Tuesday against Miami of Ohio, another installation of the Redbird rivalry. They faced each other earlier this year, and Ball State won in 3. Now they get a few days to rest and recover. After that is a trip to Kent State for Halloween weekend, 2 games on Halloween night and November 1st. The week after, a road trip to Eastern Michigan, and then they welcome the Central Michigan Chippewas to close out the year. So not necessarily hitting the panic button just yet are Kelly Miller Phillips and the Ball State Cardinals, but you have to learn from today's game. It's unacceptable to win or to lose at this level to Ohio. To lose after almost losing last night is understandable. To get swept, Kelly Miller Phillips will never approve that.
Indeed. And, yesterday you might have been, what a comeback for the Cardinals. But if you really take a look at the stat sheet, it was a gritty win and a win the Cardinals almost shouldn't have gotten. They were able to get it done yesterday, but again today, just looked discombobulated, all out of sorts throughout pretty much every set. And, when you have a team like Ohio who comes in hungry and before yesterday was on a streak, that's what you're going to get.
It's closing time at Worthen Arena. The once energetic crowd has now shuffled out, but this broadcast is produced by students of Ball State SportsLink and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, stop by our showroom on the corners of McGalliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie or visit victorymuncie.com. But for us, this will do it for the SportsLink digital radio broadcast between the Ball State Cardinals and the Ohio Bobcats. For Sam Klug, I am Dylan Budd saying so long from Muncie, Indiana, where the final score is 25-19 Bobcats to win 3-0.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.